Salve gentes, my name is Chiara Preziosi, and I voice Vendetta in Overwatch 2. Today I'm reading A New Empire. You knew my father. He went by many names, but everyone in Talon called him Antonio Bartalotti. He was an arms dealer, a member of Talon's inner circle, but to me... Akande, you've met my little Martia. He was Papa. About the Rome operation, I've noted some loose ends that could be traced back to... Not now, mia cara. He wanted a different life for me. He almost got his wish. Operation complete, signore. But for every enemy he took out, he made 2 more. It was only a matter of time before his mistakes caught up with him. Papa... We didn't agree on everything, but I loved him just the same. My father's body was barely cold before Talon made their move. What's going on here? Scusa, bambina. It's just business. Talon seized my father's accounts, took control of his assets, assumed his allies. And Doomfist gave away my rightful place on the Talon Council. My father, my future. They stole everything I was promised. Everything I deserved. Talon thought I'd be easy to push aside, but I would not lick my wounds in the shadows, nor allow fools to determine my worth. I would use my time out of their sight wisely. I vowed to create my own empire and ruin anyone who dare deny me again. And in Rome, there is one place where even the lowest can rise to rule. In her debut match, please welcome Vendetta! Facing up against our as yet undefeated rising star, Ajax! But even here, I was underestimated. This mysterious newcomer is about to learn why none have toppled the Colosseum's strongest colossus. Oh no! Ajax's signature Venetian drop! Ooh! Should have known better than to go straight for the big leagues. Maybe stay home next time, sweetheart. Wait! What's this? So I let my opponent have their fun. To send a message. When I'm hit, I strike back. Twice as hard! What a ferocious comeback! Ah! The match goes to Vendetta! I became known as the Wolf of Retribution. I took on any fight the Colosseum could throw at me, and won. For that, I was at once hated and adored. With my winnings, I forged myself a blade worthy of my talents. With every victory I seized, the crowd cried for more, and I gained my own allies and assets. More fighters who craved a taste of my glory. As my reputation within the arena grew, so did my influence. I infiltrated Europe's elite. Proximity to the Colosseum's most infamous gladiator was very valuable. That's how I met you, and gained access to your network. I would love to finance your next match, in return for a good word with your other sponsors. My people will see it done. As I built my new empire, stronger than that of my father's, I never forgot the life I was denied. When Overwatch apprehended Doomfist, I saw my chance. Strike Talon at its weakest point, and reclaim my inheritance. Attack the Venice base and report back. Leave no survivors. But I didn't yet have the numbers to take on Talon outright. You failed! You fools! That was our chance! It became clear I would need greater influence, stronger gladiators, and a better plan, if I wished to take back what was mine. Years passed after that failure, and I watched, infuriated, as the Council ate itself alive and brought Talon to ruin. But in a divine comedy, as Talon's power waned, I rose to my peak. Your new Campionessa del Colosseo! I bided my time, knowing my chance to claim vengeance would return. And one night, as I celebrated the spoils of my victory in the Colosseo, it did. Word reached me that Doomfist had escaped his confinement and reclaimed his position at the head of Talon. I decided then I was done waiting for my moment. No more climbing. No more wasting my rage on meaningless opponents. It is time to strike back against my true enemies. With your death, I will send a message to Talon. You thought your fight with me was over! But this war is just beginning. Perfection. I will see you in Overwatch 2, when retribution will be mine.
The legacy of Overwatch began with a single shared belief. That one person's courage can be the catalyst for change. During the Omnic Crisis, when humanity stood on the brink of annihilation, that idea united those who were willing to stand. It created the first heroes of Overwatch. And it's the same belief we're fighting for now. In the past, Overwatch wasn't perfect, but its purpose never changed. Our mission, the reason we returned when Null Sector attacked, was about protecting people. It was about our shared belief in a future worth fighting for. The International Justice Commission recognized that. They suspended the order that shut Overwatch down, because human and Omnic kind needed us. But even we didn't save the world alone. When the smoke cleared, we saw something incredible. We saw you. People from all walks of life. Soldiers, scientists, ordinary people with extraordinary courage stood up to share the defense of our world. In Paris, Busan, Rio, old allies and new answered the call. Mercy flew to our rescue. Reinhardt charged back into battle for honor and glory. Even new faces, Alexandra Zaryanova, Lucio Correa dos Santos, Hana Song, and so many others, put their lives aside and came to Gibraltar. Not because they were ordered to, but because it was right. We've reviewed every report, every act of bravery during the invasion, and you stood out. Not just for your skill, but for your courage. That's why you're receiving the message embedded within this token. You are formally invited to Watchpoint Gibraltar, to stand with a new generation of heroes. The world won't save itself. Join us. Sojourn is still negotiating with the IJC. With Null Sector gone, there's pressure to shut us down again. When she finds out I sent these tokens, it won't be pretty. But back when I sent the recall, I didn't know if anyone would respond. I spent years alone here, thinking I was the only one who couldn't leave Overwatch in the past. But everyone who answered, they still believed like I did. Fighting Null Sector with so few agents has been hard. But it felt right. Null Sector's forces may have retreated, but they're not gone. And who knows what else is out there? The world still needs Overwatch. It always did. Besides, if there's one thing I've learned in my time here, it's better to beg Sojourn's forgiveness than to ask her permission. Well, here goes nothing.
Il y a 30 ans, les Omniacs déclaraient la guerre. Overwatch vit le jour pour sauver l'humanité de la crise des Omniums. Nous sommes alors devenus les plus grands défenseurs de la paix et du progrès que l'humanité ait jamais connu.
On sait tous qu'Overwatch a été dissous. La moitié sont devenus des mercenaires depuis.
L'opinion a considéré qu'il valait mieux se passer de nos services. On nous a même qualifiés de criminels. Ça a totalement pulvérisé notre famille.
Papa m'a raconté, après toutes ces années de service, t'as tout donné à Overwatch et ils t'ont poussé vers la sortie.
La vie n'a rien à voir avec les histoires que nous contait notre père. Et tu es fou si tu y crois encore.
Je suis peut-être fou de croire qu'il y a encore de l'espoir pour toi, mon frère.
Humains, robots, en vous, je vois l'avenir des humains et des omniacs solidaires.
La deuxième crise des omniums, opposant les omniacs aux humains, a déjà coûté la vie à plus de 15 000 personnes jusqu'à aujourd'hui.
Regardez autour de vous. Nous ne pouvons pas rester les bras croisés. Nous devons passer à l'action.
Surtout, n'oublie jamais. Ne prends pas le monde pour ce qu'il semble être, mais aie le courage de le voir tel qu'il pourrait être.
Winston, ça fait longtemps, dis donc. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est un message d'Overwatch sur la fréquence d'urgence.
On m'a appelé. Ils reforment l'équipe. Ils veulent que je les rejoigne. Mais en fait, c'est de toi qu'ils ont besoin.
Le devoir m'appelle. Je ne peux l'ignorer. Je n'ai pas le choix.
L'ennemi est là, dehors. Et il devient plus fort.
Le monde va changer une fois de plus. L'heure est venue de choisir ton camp.
Nous pouvons influer sur le cours des choses. Le monde a besoin que nous l'aidions, plus que jamais. Vous vous joignez à moi?
Oui, Winston. Je me joins à toi.
Hi, my name is Olivia Lee Anderson, and I voice Freya in Overwatch 2. Today I'm reading Storm Chaser. Are you ready? I was a child when the Omnic crisis hit Copenhagen. My mother was a diplomat, and people looked to her for answers. Get me through to search and rescue. She was the eye of the storm. Calm, constant, consistent. We need to begin triage immediately. And through her, I learned that keeping people safe came down to a level head and a focused eye. Then deploy additional medical assistance. But I wanted to be on the ground, in the storm. Studying criminology gave me access to the latest tech. Showed me how to track and stop threats before they began. The local search and rescue team offered a more hands-on education.
Help! Help us!
I developed the tactics, the expertise to find anyone, in any place.
We're going to get you out of here.
And I discovered the rush of seeing a job through to the end. Doing something that mattered.
Over here!
I dedicated myself to chasing that feeling. After graduation, the military was eager to recruit me.
She's the one you mentioned, Freya.
I had my eye on bigger fish. Being a part of Overwatch's search and rescue team gave me the opportunity to take my mission further. Step lightly. Intel says they should be around here. With their resources, no one in need of saving was beyond my reach. 10 guards, 3 on patrol, 7 hostages. Our group didn't have the same cachet as those on the strike team, but I preferred staying behind the scenes. I only wanted to do my best work.
Well done. We could use more level heads like yours.
And to work alongside the best. Many thought Overwatch was untouchable. Superheroes come to life.
Freya will handle evacuating the civilians. She needs cover. Once it's clear, we take the fight to the deep-sea raiders.
I knew the truth. Not everyone in the organization was perfect.
Damn it! Fall back! Hold for search and rescue. We aren't done here.
Protocols were slipping.
Reyes and his team pulled the fighting into the city before we could evacuate the area. We lost 14 civilians. If not for Freya's efforts, who knows what might have...
You know how complex these operations can be, Sorolu.
I'm sure search and rescue understands these risks.
But I was doing my job. That was my only concern.
Yes, sir.
Through everything, leadership told us to stay the course. Some left. I kept going. Yet the unrest seemed to grow from within and without.
If you're protecting us, why are people dying? Show us Black Watch's records. We don't need you here.
I believed in Overwatch. I knew there were people who needed us.
We're going to get you out of here.
I was so focused on my work, I didn't see the whole thing crumbling. Until it was too late. In the months of investigation after the destruction of Overwatch's Swiss headquarters, the success and efforts of the support teams, the Eco Point program, the medical research group, search and rescue, and so many more were never considered. Most of Overwatch had done everything right. It didn't matter. A few bad actors had ruined Overwatch and anyone associated with it for the world.
DAF, your application to the Danish Armed Forces. Ministry of Defense.
After further
your
consideration,
application.
the RCC.
Regrettably, after reviewing
your application to the Danish
what
Rescue
DK jobs
Coordination
near you?
Center.
Hiring opportunities in your
Unfortunately,
area.
we will not be hiring candidates. I gave Overwatch everything. My skills, my passion, my life. And it left me with nothing. Without purpose, I was adrift. Desperate. But the winds changed. And I realized I could still be of use in this new world. Freya was an ex-Overwatch operative, a name with too much baggage. So, I became Gavin. At first, I chose jobs Freya might have taken. Saving innocents, capturing criminals. But with each new job, I learned not every search is a rescue. On the dark web, I sought out difficult targets. Bounties no one else could deliver. The price mattered less than the challenge. The rush I'd been missing finally returned, deepened with the thrill of the hunt. It was a second chance to take everything I knew and do something with it. For too long, I thought I wanted to be like my mother. I tried living to help the world. And the world decided it was better off without me. Now, I live for myself. And that's that. Pleasure doing business.
Monsieur, vous devriez voir ça.
Damien Barbosa, Machete Betty et Sahil Bedia, alias le loup. Les mises à prix récemment publiées, toutes dûment livrées, et tout cela est très intéressant.
Intéressant. Je pensais que vous seriez plus épaté que ça, Max. Ou devrais-je dire Marquis? Mais les surnoms du Dark Web sont si... impersonnels.
Ah, je vois. Geffen, je présume. Vous venez les mains pleines?
Et ce n'est pas gratuit.
Oui, bien entendu. Et quant à ma cargaison qui semble avoir disparu, avez-vous quelque chose à voir avec son absence?
Vu qu'il y a eu un problème de paiement la dernière fois, je me suis servi.
Il y a eu un problème? Oh là là, peut-être devrais-je renvoyer mon comptable. En parlant de surprise, je suis curieux de savoir comment vous les avez trouvés. Et si rapidement, je pensais que vous travailliez seul.
C'est le cas.
Eh bien, éclairez-moi, je vous prie.
Que dire? Vos cibles étaient nulles. Et moi non. Alors voilà.
Votre récit laisse beaucoup à désirer. Plutôt qu'une histoire. Peut-être qu'une démonstration.
Sur la gauche! À droite! À droite! Juste derrière!
Très bien. Onéreux, mais bien, bien. Tenez, pour vous récompenser, prenez tout. Et la cargaison, considérez cela comme un bonus.
Vous vouliez que je vienne ici ce soir. C'était un test?
C'était prémédité, oui. Je devais être sûr que vous étiez la bonne personne.
La bonne personne?
J'ai un problème que vous seul pouvez résoudre. J'ai pensé que vous pourriez être intéressé.
J'ai d'autres projets, Max. Vous comprenez.
Tout à fait, Geffen. Ou devrais-je dire... Freya? Mais je sais aussi reconnaître ces moments, aussi rares soient-ils, quand une opportunité frappe à la porte.
Vous auriez dû commencer par là. Je m'en occupe.
my name is Howard Wong, and I voice Wu Yang in Overwatch. Today I'm reading Against the Tide. Let's dive in. Centuries ago, a wise family dedicated themselves to understanding the Wuxing philosophy. After studying the 5 phases, fire, water, metal, wood, and earth, the building blocks of our world, they founded Wuxing University, where traditional wisdom would pioneer new science. The school is divided into 5 colleges, each with a unique curriculum. Fire College, martial arts, defensive strategy. Metal College, robotics, technology. Water College, traditional medicine, medical advancements. Earth College, agriculture, sustainability. Wood College, civil and environmental engineering. During the Omnic Crisis, a task force of Fire College alumni beat back Anubis' forces. Since then, the college's prestige has skyrocketed. Only the best of the best are admitted. Fire College is where my parents met. They were top fighters during the crisis. And my older sister, Anran, she's been Fire's star student since her first year. I was so inspired to follow in their footsteps. But when I applied... Then regrade his exam! This is clearly a mistake!
I only scored high enough to attend Water College. When word got out, I could tell.
Water College? But that breaks the family streak! It was... unexpected for us, too. Thank goodness our Ming got into metal.
I disappointed everyone. My family was... trying to be supportive of my studies.
You'll need to work extra hard. We won't be able to help you.
But I think they saw me as a waste of potential. If I wanted to give them something to be proud of...
Then you were like blam! And the fire went whoosh! That's when I knew we aced the project. Ming, you're going to set the courtyard on fire again.
Maybe... I just have to be more like her.
So, it's like that fire staff you made. But imagine this section condenses water instead. It'd give water at least some combat capabilities. I wonder why you'd want that. You know, I still get crap for not getting into fire. But at least I'm not her younger sibling. Gee, thanks, man.
So, on top of my normal studies, I started studying Fire College lectures.
Something to share with the class, Wu Yang?
No, Shifu. I knew I couldn't be exactly like Anran, but I felt trapped in her shadow. What would it take to stand with her in the light?
Attention students. Null sector attack reported in Chengdu. Please report to the transport bay for further instructions. This is an emergency situation. Wuxing University students are asked to support evacuation efforts until official forces arrive.
Anran, I'm coming with you. No, don't leave the med bay. You'll be safe if you just keep away from the front lines. But you'll need help, and I said no. I can't protect you if you get in my way. Get in your way? How could you say that? After all this time we've trained together. You don't trust me? I didn't mean it like... If I needed someone to tell me I'll mess everything up, I'd just call Mom and Dad. I didn't need to hear it from you.
All colleges, to your posts.
Wu Yang.
Fire students, prepare to deploy.
But while I stewed in the med bay, there you go, all better.
Help!
The tide turned against us in Chengdu.
Null sector overwhelmed us during the evac. Anran's still out there. You left her there? She made us run. We didn't know what to do. Hey, my sister. Where is she?
What was I thinking, picking a fight at a time like this? Her family.
Anran!
We're supposed to protect each other.
Wu Yang, you shouldn't be here. Hey, tin heads! Get away from my sister! Reverse the tide! You okay, sis? You idiot! What are you doing here? I had everything under control! Oh, yeah, clearly. Wu Yang, I'm so sorry. I never should have said... Make it up to me later. Let's just get out of here. Don't get in my way, though. Oh, shut up. 3 weeks later, after Anran and I returned to the evac zone, official forces arrived. The following Monday, it was business as usual. Guess even Null Sector couldn't change our exam dates. I was nervous about what my parents would say, so I didn't tell them about what happened with Anran. Why aren't you studying, Wu Yang? Here, I peeled you some oranges. I'm just taking a break. What are you guys doing here? Dad bought us all matching hats. This one's yours. Somehow they found out anyway. I think I know who's to blame. When I came to Water College, I thought I'd never find my place. Keep working hard, son. But after everything, I'm starting to realize maybe it was here all along. Wow, the medal the headmaster gave you is so heavy. Ugh. Too bad this doesn't count towards your GPA, huh? Hey, leave my grades out of this. What a ride. I hope you'll join us in Overwatch 2 when Wu Yang officially joins the roster. See you there.
Eh ben, je pensais pas que ma soirée se déroulerait comme ça. Je m'appelle Ye Wu Yang. Et voici ma sœur, Anran. Tu m'aimes bien? Enfin, je crois. Tout a commencé avant le dîner. Quelqu'un a glissé ça sous la porte de ma chambre. Overwatch me veut, moi? Vraiment? Je pourrais être un héros! Oh, c'est trop cool! À moins qu'il soit toujours hors la loi. Oh, alors je serais un criminel. Oh. Mais je serais super célèbre! Et que vont dire maman et papa? Ils vont me renier. Oh non. Et que va dire Anran? Oh, Anran.
Overwatch, hein? Cool.
Je crois qu'il doit y avoir une petite erreur. Je suis pas assez bon. Je le mérite pas, ça.
T'as été contacté par Overwatch et tu penses que tu le mérites pas? Toi et moi, à l'entraînement. Vite!
Écoute, j'ai pas... Anran! Ah ouais, comme ça, sans échauffement.
On se fiche de savoir si t'es prêt. Si t'y arrives pas contre moi, c'est que t'as aucune chance!
Exactement, je ne suis pas prêt. Ça aurait dû être toi.
C'est vrai. Je te protège depuis trop longtemps.
Quoi?
Je t'ai rendu les choses trop faciles.
T'es sérieuse? Je travaille plus que tout le monde.
Ouais, bien sûr.
Hey, j'essaie juste de prouver que je peux être aussi bon que toi.
Alors prouve-le.
Anran? Est-ce que ça va?
Je suis si fière de toi. Je ne veux plus jamais t'entendre dire que tu n'es pas assez bien. Sinon, je me battrai réellement contre toi si t'y vas pas.
Mais on vient de se battre pour de vrai. Tu vas me manquer, tu sais.
Eh bien, peut-être pas.
Quoi? T'es invité, toi aussi? Oh, mais comment t'as pu faire ça? Non mais c'est une blague ou quoi? T'aurais pu me brûler. Tu sais à quel point c'est dangereux le feu? Arrête de rire.
Greetings. My name is Ramon Tikram, and I voice Ramatra in Overwatch 2. Today I'm reading Reconciliation. Join me. King's Row, months into the Null Sector invasion.
Leave us. Tell your master you have discharged your duties.
Doomfist said to stay until...
Go.
I will not ask again. After all this time, Ramatra, I am surprised you asked to meet here, where our master was slain.
We had our differences, it is true. Mandata believed in coexistence. The fact that I knew his views were fatally naive does not mean I never mourned him, Zenyatta.
You sent for me, brother, and I have come. Despite all you have done, will you at least tell me why? After I left the monastery, I walked the world, as Aurora did. I studied humankind's philosophers and sages, historians and generals, but they had no answers for me. What was the question? I wanted to know how to save a world that refuses to be saved. Brother Ramatra, you choose to take the fate of our people on your shoulders, and then convince yourself you are alone in your fears. But practice compassion. Allow for vulnerability. And you will see there are many who stand with us. Oh. Zenyatta, you, above all others, know I have tried. I could not stand by while our people suffer at humanity's hands. And yet Null Sector inflicts suffering on a global scale. Amplifies hatred toward our people. Magnifies their suffering. Any suffering I inflict is but a fraction of what humanity has done. This brief period of tribulation will avert our extinction. I know you believe this, but your actions belie your convictions. Millions of innocents gone. Our own people. They are not dead. Brother, I have held them. They are lifeless. Blank slates. You misunderstand. These bodies, crafted by the humans, Anubis, masters who saw us as nothing but tools, are mere shells. What if I told you I had found a way to preserve our people, to free them? It is difficult to pin my hopes on a supposition. Just tell me, did you truly save them? I could have saved thousands more, if not for the interference of Overwatch. They saved many lives, human and omnic. Zenyatta, I am not the monster the world thinks I am. I have a plan, and this part of it is complete. It will take some time to prepare the next step. And brother, I would have you take that step with me. Please. You asked me to join you once before. Even if I choose differently now, believe all you've said, I cannot pretend your allies did not murder our master. Would that I had your counsel years ago. Talon has proved lacking as an ally. They are mired in greed, betrayal, lust for power. It will be their downfall. And I fear Talon's problems may soon become the world's problems. Then we must seek peace. there can be no peace with humanity. Come with me. I will keep us all safe. Until the flames from their pointless struggle die, along with their misbegotten civilization. Then our people can return and rise anew, reborn. I cannot abandon our people or humanity. There is still good in this world, Ramatra. And it is worth fighting for. It gladdens me that the world has not dimmed your spirit. Someday, I hope you will understand my choices. And our paths will be joined again. We once dreamt of peace together. Know that I carry our dream with me wherever I go. I always have. As do I, brother. Bittersweet, but fitting. I hope you will join me in Overwatch 2. The path ahead is a hard one, but we will walk it.
As IJC Central Command is aware, Overwatch has supported missions to repel Null Sector forces in Paris, Busan, Rio, and several other fronts. These attacks targeted cities with a high population of Omnics, wherein millions were fitted with unidentified subjugation devices that seemingly rendered Omnics unresponsive. The majority of these subjugated Omnics were abducted by Null Sector throughout the invasion, but a small percentage were recovered by Overwatch and ally militaries. Efforts by former Overwatch agent Torbjorn Lindholm to understand the function of these devices and how to safely remove them are ongoing. 2 days ago, at 0620 hours local time, a strike team was dispatched to Buenos Aires to investigate reports of a new warfront opening. At 12:35 hours, all remaining Null Sector units entered a state that Agent Brigitte Lindholm described as Sentinel configuration. Null Sector abruptly ceased all offensive maneuvers, formed a tight perimeter around their command ship, and began loading the remaining subjugated Omnics onto the ship. Further reports confirmed that all 37 global holding facilities for rescued subjugated Omnics were being breached and raided.
Does Overwatch have any theories as to why Null Sector's units would suddenly act this way?
The Sentinel configuration was designed to stop Overwatch forces from interfering with Null Sector's retreat. Null troopers were observed carrying subjugated civilian Omnics onto their command ships. Unfortunately, all attempts to breach these defenses proved beyond Overwatch's current capabilities.
Designed to stop Overwatch forces. You seem very confident in that conclusion. Do you have definitive proof?
Overwatch agents discovered that a signal was being broadcast to warbots across all active fronts. With the aid of Ify Oladele, a newly recruited robotics specialist, this modified omnicode was recorded, transcribed, and translated. Miss Oladele's translation revealed a series of commands that altered Null Sector warbot programming, culminating in the abduction of subjugated Omnics, followed by a mass retreat. However, by the time we had enough information to respond, all units exited Sentinel configuration and began to retreat with the subjugated Omnics.
So, you're saying Overwatch was not strong enough to stop Null Sector?
That's not my assessment. Null Sector's actions targeted and devastated populations across the globe. No organization could have anticipated and countered this retreat with 100% effectiveness. The invasion was a calculated maneuver, intended to exhaust our resources. Overwatch agents did their best in difficult circumstances, and it is thanks to their efforts that we have any intelligence to share today. I can't emphasize enough Ms. Oladele's contributions. Without her expertise, the Omnicode broadcast and its contents may have remained unknown to our agents and the world at large.
Noted. Did Overwatch attempt to pursue the command ships to their destination? Overwatch dispatched all our available pilots in pursuit of command ships, but our pilots were intercepted by aerial warbots. Though our agents were ultimately successful in eliminating these units, we lost visual on the retreating ships.
Does Overwatch have any leads as to where they might have gone?
Not at this time. We believe Null Sector utilized cloaking devices which interfered with satellite surveillance systems. Our agents are currently attempting to recover this corrupted satellite data and determine where the command ships may have fled. It's unclear what Null Sector's intentions are or what this means for the invasion.
Thank you, Commander Chase. Do you have any further remarks before we conclude this briefing?
Though Null Sector caused no further damage or casualties to the occupied territories, they successfully absconded with 99.2% of all previously subjugated Omnics. In the wake of this attack, I want to take a moment to recognize what a tremendous loss this is for the global Omnic community. I would encourage the IJC and world governments to extend all available resources to support their Omnic citizens. To better prepare the world against further threats from Null Sector, Overwatch will share our complete findings with the IJC. Thank you.
Soldier, is Overwatch disbanding now that Null Sector has retreated?
Under the IJC's directive, Overwatch is currently on standby.
It was your testimony during the Petrus Act hearings that led to Overwatch being shut down. Yet you now sit in a role as acting commander. Will you order Overwatch to disband again if the IJC demands it?
The Overwatch agents who responded to the Null Sector invasion did so out of a desire to do what was right when they were needed. I stepped into this role for the same reason. When the IJC determines the world is safe, I won't be needed any longer. I'll heed the order knowing I've done my part.
Regarde-les, papa. Regarde-les bien. Si seulement tu étais là pour voir leur tête. Le public. Les lumières. Le spectacle. Je suis devenue une vedette du Colosseum. Ils m'ont choisi. Ils m'appellent la loupe. La loupe. Et c'est moi, la méchante. Ça m'a révulsé au départ. Leurs encouragements et me rappelaient les misérables lèche-bottes dont tu t'entourais. Des faibles qui ont profité de ta grandeur et se sont appropriés tout ce que tu avais construit. Ils m'ont laissé sans rien. Seul et entouré d'adversaires. Mais tu m'y avais préparé. Pas vrai, papa? À ta façon, tu m'avais montré que la peur était humaine. Tu m'as aidé à dompter ma nature sauvage et insouciante avec patience et ruse. Tu m'as appris qu'il y avait des avantages à connaître mes adversaires, à transformer leur plus grande force en faiblesse. Même après ta mort, tu m'as montré ce qui arrivait lorsque l'on sous-estime ses adversaires. Je te le promets, jamais je ne répéterai tes erreurs. Regarde-moi, papa. Ce visage-là n'est plus celui de ta petite fille. Tes adversaires sont toujours le mien. Mais la fillette que tu connaissais a bien changé. Mon insouciance n'est plus que rage canalisée. Et j'ai fini par accepter ce qui jadis me révoltait. Je suis la loupe. Je suis la loupe. Ils ont raison de me craindre. Ils devront me respecter. Cet arrêt, cette foule, cet instant, Tout ça ne sert qu'à m'approcher de mon objectif. Chaque leçon, chaque défaite a été comptée et consignée. Je récupérerai tout ce qui nous a été volé. Et je me servirai d'eux pour y parvenir.